What is up, Internet Land? Zachamus Prime, aka Zachamus Prime, here with another Transformers third-party review, third-party Legends review. Oh, you know how much I love these. So today the figure we're reviewing is the Newage Maschinenmensch, which is German for machine person. And this is indeed a person who is a machine, so accurate. But, yeah, this has got to be like the tiniest, daintiest little RC that I've ever handled. It's kind of ridiculously small. I like that. And by small, I don't necessarily mean like height-wise. I mean like here it is with the Iron Factory RC, you know. Of course, Iron Factory went with a very different aesthetic. But I mean, it's not any shorter than it. It's just got these like thin little arms and legs and whatnot. And I am just used to my tiny robots being a little bit more chunky, which is fine. This looks exactly right for the character. I mean, even the backpack is done fairly well. This backpack is not any worse than the Hasbro official one. It's not the best backpack for an RC I've seen. I think probably the best one is the Mastermind Creations Azalea, I think. Though Fans Toys did give it a pretty good showing, I think. But yeah, it's just a really good figure. But anyhow, let's talk about the accessories real quick. She does have very small feet, and they do make it a little bit difficult to handle. Actually, I've got a thing for that. If you remember last year, I reviewed that the big red robot guy, and he had this metallic display base. Well, the Maschinenmensch actually has little rare earth magnets on the bottoms of her feet, and will stand very well if you have some sort of a magnetic base. If you happen to have ferromagnetic shelves, then you should have absolutely no problem. If you don't, then you might have a little bit of a problem. Maybe I might find a way to make like a little flat stand for her to stand on. I don't know. But anyhow, let's talk about accessories. So she comes with a pair of weapon holding hands, which are very tiny. And then she comes with this pair of hands here. She actually doesn't have any hands out of the box. These come on a little sprue, so you got to pull them off. She comes with a tiny pistol, which is molded simply enough, no paint at all. It's got this little tab on the side. I feel like that tab goes somewhere, but like, I can't think of anywhere that it might go. Well, maybe that's it. Maybe that is it right there. I don't know. Because this little pink gun also has a tab on the side. It's got a hollow on that side. These tabs and hollows don't go together. I wonder if that fits in there. Nope, it does not. But anyhow, oh, and the third, last but not least, she comes with a pink rifle. To get her to hold one of these weapons, you just pull this the hand off and plug in a weapon holding hand. And then just plug this into the hand. And now she's got a rifle. or, a pistol or a tinier pistol, whichever you prefer. She also comes with an alternate face. Paint apps are really good on this. That visor is this really, really nice, deep, like metallic red. I like the way that looks. And that's easy enough to put on. You just pluck this off and clip this on. And now she's got her visor down. I think that's a pretty good look for her as well. But other than that, I mean, the sculpt is really good. There's quite a bit of paint on the figure. There's paint for the eyes, the visor, the lips. You go down and like there's paint for this white section here, even though it's molded in white, it's also painted white. This is painted pink. That's painted white, painted gray. Pink for the upper arms, different shade of pink for the lower arms. No paint on this upper shoulder or the little interstitial part on her elbow, her hands, the upper hip. Actually, I think this whole leg is unpainted, aside from this little gray part around her foot. This all has the look of bare plastic to me. So, a fair amount of paint, but, not like an excessive amount of paint, I suppose. Take those accessories out. In terms of articulation, her head is on a ball joint. It will look up quite a bit. It will look down a little bit. It will turn side to side hardly at all and rotate just freely. Her arms are on ball joints. They'll go as far as the backpack will allow, which I think is far enough. She goes out for the full tree pose. Bicep swivel here. Double jointed elbow here. The hands are on pegs, which also work as swivels. She has an ab crunch, a significant ab crunch, a waist swivel. Her legs go forward that much and backwards that much. If you want, you can slide down her butt, which is part of the transformation, but that will allow her leg to go forward that much. Maybe that's a viable option, if you ask me. Stick that butt back into place. A cut thigh swivel here. Double jointed knee here. If you're bending it all the way, you can use this transformation joint and make it seem like her leg bends all the way. I don't think that's too egregious right there. Ball joint for the ankle, which of course works as a swivel, and that's it. And with the magnets on the feet, you can easily get her standing on a one-legged pose, even though that would never stand just on my table by itself. By and large, the sculpt is really good. The backpack is not too egregious, as I mentioned. It does have like this big old chunk and tab hanging out one leg that I don't really like. But like, it keeps the legs together. I don't know that it's really necessary. Like, it keeps the legs together, but like, the feet plug into where they plug in really securely. And so, I don't know that you necessarily need something to keep the legs together. Tiny little purple and pink and white paint apps down here on the midsection. That's just some detail work, man. But yeah, all in all, the sculpt is really good. The posability is really good. Getting it to stand is a little iffy, but it's an RC with tiny RC feet. That's always been an RC problem. And this isn't much different. To get her transformed up, what you want to do is take this body and unpeg it from here. And that will fold out and out and out. That will allow you to bend this to basically open this backpack up and bring it around the body here. You can bring out these sections here, and then they will slide like so. So bring that out and slide like so. And essentially what you want to do is you want to turn this so that there's got to be a better way to do this, but I haven't found it yet. You want to rotate this section here, and we'll fold this back up like that. And then these are going to come around like so. Now what you want to do is there's tabs under here, and then there's tabs on here, and you want to take all these tabs and you want to plug them all into each other. And I know someone out there has got a better way of doing this, but my way works. It doesn't feel the nicest. This is actually one of the very few New Age figures that feels like you gotta bend shit around other shit. And I don't like that particular aspect, but I've transformed it several times. Even though it always seems a little wonky, it always works. And I haven't scratched anything up or bent anything or broken anything or seen any stress marks. Fold this little tab out, plug that into the corresponding slot on the other thigh. And then you want to take these feet and you want to rotate them 180 degrees. And then there's a sliding mechanism here. And you want to slide that like so. You also want to pull the ass out. That will open up this spot right in here. And the feet are going to come back and they're going to basically insert themselves into those spots. And then that will put these holes right where those tabs want to be. Fold these in. Fold these in. And then you want to rotate the hands and just kind of park them back here. They don't tab in anywhere. They don't go anywhere. They just kind of park. And then the head will rotate and just kind of fold back here. And that's basically it for the vehicle mode. The underside looks a bit messy. I will be perfectly honest with you. But again, comparatively, it's really not that bad. I did this head in the wrong place. I think the head wants to go like so. That's how it's supposed to go. Car mode actually looks really good. It's definitely more show accurate. That foot didn't quite slide the way it was supposed to. It's definitely fairly show accurate. The feet kind of just hang out back there and make the back of the seats. You've got a little transparent windshield here. All the specific details are all there. You can, of course, kind of see her arm and hand down from the underside here. like I mentioned, this didn't have the hands on it when it came. I think that was mostly for convenience. Because, I mean, it doesn't hide the arm any differently to not have a hand on it. So, you can't just, like, take the hand off and then, like, tuck the arm in here somewhere and think that that works, because it really doesn't. So, it is what it is, and it is how it is, and I think that it's pretty damn good, especially at this scale. I want to say it rolls fine enough. It certainly doesn't have clearance issues. Like, it has not very much clearance, but it's not scraping anything against the bottom. So that's important. No weapon storage. Nothing that I found. Like I mentioned, there's those mystery tabs on it, but I have no idea where the mystery tabs go. But yeah, all in all, it's a great figure. I really like this. I was very pleased with this. I was very, very pleased with this. But anyhow, thanks everybody for watching. You guys are fantastic. Everybody stay awesome and be good to each other. See ya.